Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And today, I'm doing a review for the new Netflix TV series, Squid Game. So before I get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And as D always says, podcast link down in the description. Like, follow, subscribe. So let's go ahead and get into today's review. And man, somebody told me about this show last week, and then another person that I know told me about the show on Friday. And after that, I was just like, okay, I got to check this show out because it's like I keep getting recommended it, and I'm glad that I watched it. Like I binged it, and it was a really good series. It was really good. It was a total of 9 episodes. Like I said, it's on Netflix, and pretty much what it's about a group of people, 456 players total, that enter this game called the Squid Game, where pretty much they're trying to play to win a bunch of money. And pretty much what happens is the more people who end up dying in the game, the more money the players get to collect at the end of the game. Now, when I first saw this, of course, I'm like, okay, it's 456 players. There's no way that they're like every player is going to survive and make it to the end of this game. Like there has to only be one player, which does end up happening at the end of the series. The show, it is about the main character, Seong, who is player 456, who is a chauffeur, and he is pretty much addicted to gambling, and he's in a lot of debt. He has what's the word I'm looking for? He has a daughter, and like the relationship with him and his daughter is not so well because of the amount of debt that he's in, and the amount of time that he can pretty much spend with his daughter is pretty much limited because his wife, she is married to somebody else now, and they're planning on moving to America. So pretty much Seong, he's down on his luck. His mom, she ends up having diabetes, and she's still working, and they don't have the money to, pretty much get her the treatment that she needs. And so Seong, he ends up entering the game after being persuaded while being in the subway, and that's how pretty much everybody was persuaded to join in this game. They went up to people who needed a second chance at life because they were in so much debt, and that's how all of the players are selected. Now, like I said, everybody in this game, they have to pretty much win to the next round. And how it starts off, the games are childlike. Like the first game is red light, green light, which you would think it's like, okay, if this is the first game, then I would expect that the rest of the games are going to be as childlike and as simple as this, which the second game was as well, where they had to play a game where they had to take, I believe it's like a honeycomb or a honeygram, and they had to take a needle and they had to get the shape out of the cookie without cracking it. And if they cracked it, then of course they died. But the games, they do get more intense as the show moves along, and the overall plot, the tricks, the surprises, the backstabbing in this. One of my favorite characters in this was Abdul. He ends up saving Seong in the first episode, and this is somebody, he doesn't even know who Seong is, and he saves him from dying so that way that they can both move to the next round. And I just like the fact that every character that's playing this game, it's like they have their own story and their reasons for why they have to enter this game so that way that they can win this money, because it's just like, this is a lot of money and nobody has to remain in debt if they win this game. So oh yeah, and also too, you have O, who is the old man. He's number one, and yeah, just look out for that guy if you do watch this. But if you have watched it, man, what a surprise. I did not see that twist coming. But yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. I highly recommend this, and I hope that we get a season 2, because like that's what it's looking like. I did read some news, and I found out that the director, he only planned on doing 1 season, but he did say that he would do another season if he could get a proper team to help him out with this, because he only wanted to write this 1 season. He didn't see it getting a sequel, but with the way that it ends, and it kind of ends on a cliffhanger, it's like you want to see what's going to happen next. So for me, I give this series a 9 out of 10. I loved it from beginning to end. I loved all of the twists. I loved the relationships that some of the characters built with each other, and it was messed up when some of those characters did die. I don't want to reveal which characters died, but if you have watched it, man, like it was messed up that some of those characters did die. And this show, it is gruesome. It's not too gruesome, but there is a lot of gore in it, and there are people being shot at and killed. So yeah, if you're one of those people that's not into a lot of gore or, you know, seeing people being shot and all that stuff, then I don't recommend you watching this, because like I said, there's a lot of it in it. And yeah, with that being said, I'm Benjamin Banks. Make sure you follow me at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And then you can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you again for watching this review. Let me know in the comments what you thought about Squid Game. Let me know what your rating is for it. Like I always say, keep that pinky up, stay positive. I'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.